retard, retard, retard.
Good evening, everyone. Now I found the right button there. How are you all doing? Geep, hang on, let me just see if I can replay that jingle. Geep, thank you so much. Big round of applause. Thank you, Geep, for the resub. I hope you're doing well. That's the 49th month here on Twitch. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think so. I did update to SU10. I did not update the FENIX yet. I don't think it's out yet, is it? But yeah, tonight, big updates coming. Exciting stuff. I have to say, though, even though I didn't have much time to test SU10 yet, I did mess about with DX11, DX12. And you know how many FPS gains I have? 0. I have no, no visible gains in FPS in the FENIX. I had, prior to the update, I had 52, 53-ish, and up after the update, I also had 53 with the same settings. Now I haven't messed about with DLSS yet.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box.
I'll do that on a quiet moment.
Could new subscribers please make your
No, this is release, Andreas. Good evening to you. So Captain Chaos, hello, Runa, hello, Leon, hello, Danny, hi, and Andreas. Yeah, it's SU10 stable. Yeah, I have the latest driver. It's the studio version that everyone was talking about today on our Discord channel. Yeah, and regarding the for the FENIX, regarding the rendering for the displays, I had that on the onboard GPU, so I never touched that with the CPU. So that's why I don't think that's the issue really. No, Geep. It's supposed to work with older cards as well. Hey Bruno, how you doing? Come on Bruno, hurry up. Waiting for my clearance. Negative, thanks so much for your 63 months. Negative, I hope you're doing well. N+1, I hope you're doing well. Stetke, hello, good evening. Kazupaya, hello to you. Giftswerk, hi. Luke, hello. Voyager, moin. And Nicolas, hello to you as well, guys. Oscar, November, India. Thank you as well to you for 35 months. Good evening. I hope your life is good. Well, I'll talk about my life in a quiet moment. All good, but very busy. Solid Wings, merci beaucoup, monsieur. 24 months. Thank you so much, Solid Wings. Also to you. Hello, Captain. Everyone, hope you're all doing good. Yeah, doing well. Thanks. Everything's going well. No, so DLSS, Keep. I've still got a 2080 Ti, and DLSS does work with older cards as well. Yeah, DLSS 3, that's new stuff people have been talking about. That's for the RTX 4000 series, yes. But we talk about normal DLSS, which came out. So if you want to, you can go onto general options. You can select that. If your graphic cards does support it, you can actually select it here, anti-aliasing, NVIDIA DLSS, and then you can set the resolution to balanced, quality, ultra performance, whatever. You know, but you know, again, from what I've been seeing. I've been messing about with some stuff here. No changes in the FENIX at least. So, yeah, but that's, you can change some stuff. Twisted Old Relic, hello to you. Captain Ranger, hello to you. Well, Danny, I think some people will actually see a improvement. So I'm sure that some people with lower end PCs maybe, with the upscaling, they may profit from it. But I think if you have a strong PC anyways, then very likely you're not going to see much difference. I am using the Otic, so I'm using the FENIX renderer on the onboard GPU, so not the CPU, onboard GPU. TV Rebenger, hello to you. Yeah, Nightbot is not fixed yet. Sorry, that our bot is not fixed, unfortunately. I need to wait for Boodle. Right, I'm going to do instant loading. We need to get going quickly. I'll talk about the reason why. Because we've got 2 flights today, guys. We're going to plan to do a flight from Lisbon to Valencia, caramba, and then we're doing a flight from Manila to Hong Kong, Kai Tak. So actually quite pleased to see that. Right, we have VIP service today. So we've actually got we got a good friend online here on ground. Stand by, got some issues. Okay, no direct. Okay, no DCL yet. Hey, Chain Rector, moin moin. Right, let me see if I've caught all of the resubs. First of all, big thank you to everyone that has resubscribed. Thank you guys for your support. I think I got everyone. Yeah, I think I have. So again, big thank you. Yeah, Captain Ranger, it won't work unfortunately. So again, I need to get the okay from Boodle, and he's very busy at the moment, unfortunately. Right, so what I've been up to, I've been flying. I told you guys last week, I cancelled last week's stream because I was only home for 1 day. And then I was on a 2-day trip, which was quite intense. And then I came back Sunday late afternoon. And then I had my recheck, simplest recheck, Monday, Tuesday. So straight afterwards, Monday, Tuesday, and again, long day. I finished my check flight yesterday evening at 8. I got home this morning, and tomorrow I'm starting another 5-day rotation. So, but I couldn't cancel tonight's stream again because I know it's only 1 day at home, but still, I thought today we got to do a stream. Silent Hunter, hello to you. And thanks for the level 1 hype train. Thank you so much. Right, let's see. So, if I use QFE at altitude in the altimeter, the airport will be 0. Right? You mean the altimeter, the altitude, not the airport. So let's see. Right now we have 1016. All right. So 1016 is the QNH, meaning it's now referenced to mean sea level. We all know that. So the difference between the altitude above, or the height above mean sea level, so that's 340 feet, that is roughly about 10 hectopascals. So if I dial in 1006, then we get very close to sea level. So the QFE would be around 1004, 1003, somewhere in between. That would be the QFE.
Hello, black box.
Hey, Brenold. So, indeed, if you set the QFE, then the altitude here will show the airport elevation, meaning 0. So the net outcome will be 0, correct? I don't know which airports around the world actually still use QFE. I know the Russians have also switched to QNH for at least for the well, at least they now done the ICAO
Welcome
standard.
aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first?
Yeah, I'm using
class
DXL, so
cabin, where
autopilot.
complimentary drinks,
I
snacks,
tried
and premium
DX12,
flight entertainment will be
and again, I
served.
have not
Thank
seen
you.
a single FPS difference between DX11 and DX12. I think the only way you may find an improvement in FPS is by going so I'm using a 2K setting from a monitor right now. So if you went to 1980, 1920 1080, so HD resolution, and then did upscaling to, I don't know, maybe 2K, maybe then you may have better FPS. I don't know, but yeah, if you just leave everything on TAAA, there is no FPS change. If you use DLSS with quality, I didn't see any changes either. The weather radar? No, I don't think so. Hey, Krishu. Bonjour, monsieur. Yeah, my simulator check flight went really well. I was really pleased. I was really tired yesterday. And yesterday was the day where we had very demanding scenarios. But yeah, the instructor was really pleased, and so yeah, I was happy with the results. Captain Ranger, you have started ATPL training. Nice. Okay. Yeah. My opinion regarding the outlook for, you know, starting training now hasn't really changed. So there's a lot of uncertainties, as there always is when you start training, obviously. But yeah, my personal, you know, recommendation would be, if you haven't started yet and you're looking for employment, there are some good chances coming up. So for example, Condor in Germany actually has now started offering ab initio training. I think it's 70,000 euros in that range, although that's not confirmed. But we are seeing flight schools starting to open the gates, and conditions are getting better. However, I'm also hearing airlines kind of dampening their outlook for next year, because they don't know how the economy will fare next year, because of that high inflation rate, energy prices, etc., etc. So there's a lot of uncertainty still. Yeah. Yeah, and also chain reactor. Also, the Condor deal actually gives you a guaranteed contract. So that was actually something I went like, oh really? I mean, you know, that's actually interesting. So that's nice. All right, so. No. So Rhinoceros, I am not part of the beta team anymore. I had to quit really because I have so little time to do any testing, and I'm just rather concentrate on my real world flying and, you know, streaming from time to time. That's my main priority. Okay, Bruno, no worries, all good. We'll get the clearance the good old-fashioned way. Christopher, me, I don't you know, I don't judge that. For me, it's not a deal anyway. But I think Condor right now is actually, in Germany at least, a very attractive employer, because they are actually using a fair price for the training. I mean, we're talking ab initio and a guaranteed contract, employment contract. So that to me seems a lot more sensible than having to pay, what, 100,000, 120,000 and no guarantees whatsoever. All right, so let's import that as well. I was looking for the weights, mass and balance. So we are finished with preparations, meaning we've got a 0 fuel weight, 63. What? No, that should... I actually ordered 59.7. Oh, the cargo. What on earth? Right, reset. So let's do 157.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box
We
Twitch
want to
channel
have about
subscriber
2 tons
experience.
of
Could new
cargo.
subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin,
And I want a
where
fuel
complimentary
value
drinks,
of
snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served.
5.9.
Thank you.
What, give me 5.9 or 6 or something, that region. There we go. So, load aircraft, instant. That's better. So 58.9 and 31.4. With a 6-ton block fuel. Hey, Cactus 683. Well, again, I love that that call sign. Cactus 683. Greetings to the US. I hope you're doing good. How's New York? Thank you so much for your support. It's lovely to see you again. Brilliant. Yurak, hello. Is the you have to speak local language within 6 months still a thing for German carriers? Well, for some, yes. I don't. Again, I don't have an overview of which airlines use, you know, which language requirements. But for Condor, I think, yeah, I know for Eurowings, for example, no, but for Condor, I would say yes.
Experience. Could new subscribers please make
alternate
your way
fuel
to the first
is
class cabin,
for Barcelona,
where complimentary
1.4.
drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served.
1.4.
Thank you.
And final is 1.2 final reserve. So we have about 20 minutes extra. And Megas, wie geht's dir? Megas, thank you so much for 57 months here on Twitch. Oh, hey Captain, long time no see. Sorry for that. I hope all is well on your end and various sims are running to your satisfaction. Megas, all good on my side. No complaints apart from working too much. But hey, you know, I'd rather work too much than have no work. Definitely. So again, I'm not complaining whatsoever. No, this is not the update yet, Solivings. I don't have the update. Is it out yet? That's the question. Because again, I'm not in the beta team anymore. And Megas, how are you doing? I hope all is good on your end. I know you're busy working now. So it's going to be Inbit. Inbit? No. No, oh, Inbit. Inbit? No. It doesn't have an Inbit on that side. Itbit. Sorry, Itbit. But we don't have Itbit either on this side. That's weird. Hey Alpha, Kilo Skies. Kilo Skies, how are you doing? How's your training going? And Haley Pilot, hello. Nice to see you all. Right. Go on this. Did I mess everything up now with the... Late already? Yeah, you know me. Aircraft loaded. Resend load sheet. There we go. So, ground services. Let's close that door. Okay, Lilo. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna sit and wait regarding the the updates. Yeah, no worries. One thing though, I have to say, with the 4000 series, I think I'm gonna go and upgrade from my 2080 Ti to the 4000 series. Then, you know, I may do that. Although not the 1390 is a bit too expensive again. I think I'll wait for the November release. So did that work now? Kilo Sky says, thanks, it's difficult to explain, but it's moving forward. That's the important thing, right? That is the important thing. Why can't I resync the load sheet? Oh, I can. Takeoff weight 64.7 packs on 20. Yeah, wind is 250 at 7 now. So let's do 27 and let's do 1015. Sapphire Wave. I just tried DX12. It's very smooth between the stutters. So Kilo Sky says moving forward, and you already have 30% of the theory. Unfortunately, after LBA, LBA, I have a large waiting period of about 7 months. Oh, okay. Well, but Kilo Skies, I'm actually surprised to hear that you've got you're going to Goodyear FENIX, which I'm very happy about. But that's with the United flight school, then, isn't it? Intersection. So, guys, we're going to have 20 for departure, meaning here in Lisbon, we have to do the intersection calculations. Whenever that's possible, you're supposed to do that. So let's do airport. So we're going to calculate uniform 5 for our departure as an intersection. And I want to have the departure route. Now it says EBIT. No, it's bit. It bit. That's the other way. I may have to recalculate my flight plan because I think that's a different departure route. Because I did go with the 02 initially. Yeah, and Kilos, guys, today I read an article, was it in the Welt newspaper, about 3 flight students. They must have been round about your course level. Well, there was one that was already halfway through training when they closed everything. And then there were 2 others that had just started. And out of those 3 that I interviewed, 2 of them have actually quit completely and they're not coming back. They're actually studying something else now, which is so heartbreaking to hear. One of them was actually telling about, you know, his dream come true, and then, you know, it all being completely destroyed. So let's have a look at the departure route. EBIT, no. Why is... It's so weird. The EBIT departures are only for runway 02. I don't have an EBIT departure for the other way. So SimBrief is giving me something completely silly for the departures. Right, time to ask a professional. 121750. Lisbon, ground bom dia. This is Air Portugal 711.
Air Portugal 711, muito boa tarde. Information Charlie's current, connection 016, clear to destination via Exona 1, Sierra departure, squawk 7110.
Sorry, I was not ready to copy the clearance yet. I need my pen and paper. I was just wondering regarding runway 20, which departure route can we expect?
Air Portugal 711, sorry about that. You can expect Exona 1, Sierra departure.
Okay, so we expect the departure route. Trying to find it. Exona 1 Sierra out of runway 20. Confirm.
Affirm. Air Portugal 711.
Obrigado. I'll call you in a few seconds for the clearance. Air Portugal 711. So, there we go.
Ground Air Portugal 1020, we are before to across the runway.
Yes, Louise, it is, yeah. It is Bruno.
Air Portugal 1020, continue taxi on uniform.
It's so cool, you know, it's so cool.
45,
I've met Bruno in real life a couple of times.
Continue taxiing via Quebec.
And then hearing him now on VATSIM, it's just so funny. I love it.
Runway 20, Portugal 1020.
Oh, Roxanne, really? Oh, that's interesting. So they've increased the extreme temperature affecting density altitude. Nice. Okay, that's cool. Because our sim mission that we just had, one of the big topics was cold temperature correction. And obviously, it doesn't make sense if just to get the routing. So it doesn't make sense if you try to correct something that is obviously it does need correcting here in the flight sims, right? So that was actually interesting to see.
Air Portugal 1020, contact Lisbon Control 136.
But if that's now simulated,
bye-bye.
That's brilliant. That's really good. Yeah, you know, I know, right? He was like, he had everything laid out. And the minute I called in, bam, but hey, I was not ready to copy at all. Thank you so much, Club Class. Thank you so much. Oh, is it out? Hang on. Club Class, is it actually out? Oh, hold on. Is it really out? Oh, thanks for the reminder. Thank you for the 200 bits. That's really kind of you. Let me see if I can start that up. We're going to expect the Alice Zulu 1-2, meaning it'll be Aborzi for Delta and approach via... Right, so let's trigger that. I did update today, so it will be that will be interesting to hear. Yeah. So the routing takes us via. Ooh, let me have a look. Yeah, so Straya. Let me see if I can change the settings on that. Hold on. Hang on. Where's my... Hey! LOL! It actually says... Look, I've got to show you this. It actually says... If you go... FO, male human, black box. How cool is that? It actually says male human black box. Yeah, so I actually spent last week, and I'm not joking, on that one day that I was at home, I actually spent about 5 hours going through all of these voice sets. And also, you can have the same voice sets for the Mad Dog. So I did call out the Mad Dog human black box, me. So yeah, so don't be surprised if you hear me now as well in the Mad Dog. Right, where was my... There it is. Ixona 1 Sierra departure. To Ixona, and then we're going to go and fly directly towards Uredi, I would imagine. Cool. For the arrival, let's have a look. So arrival, that was the Aborzi. Aborzi for Delta to Charlie Lima Sierra, and then we do the Right, so 1-2 Zulu, no, not localizer, Zulu 1-2, there we go. And via Charlie Lima Sierra it is then. Alright, let's do that. Then via Charlie Lima Sierra. Insert. Cool. Let's have a quick check through here on the nav display. So, let's quickly scroll through that. That's the routing. We're going to be crossing right over Madrid, which is nice, and then on the arrival straight in. I love it. That's cool. Very nice. So, going through the normal setup that we do. So, differips, data, aircraft status, good database. Init A page is filled out, although the wind data isn't. So, let's request the wind data. Level 360. Zero fuel weight, block fuel, those are the final values. Alternate fuel is correctly set, and the final reserve is correctly set. Yeah, that fuel will definitely get better as we go along. RatNav for departure. So we've seen that we're flying the where's my charts? Parking stands. There we are. Those are the parking stands, airport infos. That's all I wanted. So we go back to Portugal, to Lisbon. And for the Exona departure,
Ground Portugal
flight 60.
928, boa tarde, radio check.
We go
Portugal 928,
straight ahead.
555.
Netvo 3000 above,
Thank you very much.
left turn
Portugal
Gudaf,
928, requesting far clearance to Zurich.
and then Exona.
Air Portugal 928, muito boa tarde. Information Charlie is current, QNH 1016, clear to
So
Zurich
60,
via the TC, the
and we're going to put Lisbon
Lisbon
VOR into the RatNav. And transition altitude is 4,000 RNAV 1.
Runway 20, QNH is 1016, and the squawk is 4736, Portugal 928. Air Portugal 928, read back correct. Thank you.
So there we go. Diff rips. The page was filled out. So performance. Let's go. Performance, departure. We've already done that, although I did want to have the intersection. That was uniform 5, so 2,412 meters available with those weights, which should be correct. 64.9. So 64.7 takeoff. That's fine. That's good. That's all fine. So flaps 1 takeoff, down 0.3 and 60 flex. 1 down 0.3, 60 flex. And the speeds are 136, 140, 140. Good. Last but not least, we want to make sure that we have the right infos here. So Lisbon is a NDP2 departure, 1380, 1380. And the engine acceleration is in 1900 feet. And transition 4000, all correct. Engine out SID is track 205, 25 miles to hold. Mark, hey, how are you doing? I hope you had a lovely day. I had to chuckle a bit when I saw that picture with the museum and lots of planes in it. I thought, uh-oh. I thought, where is Miss Melindley? Oh. Right, so there we go. Secondary flight plan for a quick return. Copy active. We'll go and insert Lima Papa Tango in here. And then we would do an Alice approach 20. No start and no via. Are you ready for the departure brief? Go ahead. So, talk to myself now. Don't be alarmed. I've not lost my marbles. So we are departing runway 20 on a departure route. Ixona 1 Sierra, climbing initially level 60. The MSA is 3000, and then we go into the grid of 3-1 to Ixona. Fuel, well, here it says we have 1 minute extra, but I know from our flight plan, I did plan a little bit chain reactor, so I did plan with a little bit of extra. There it says about 700 kilograms, so that will be 1 round. So what else? Taxi out for departure. Hotspots. Let's see. Expecting either the taxiway Alpha or the taxiway Tango. We are going to be doing intersection takeoff, so I would say hotspot really is making sure that we are at the right intersection, because if we hit Hotel 4 or Alpha 6 instead of Uniform 5, that could cost us dearly regarding our takeoff performance. So that's one thing we definitely need to be focusing on before we line up. Engine up procedure is straight out until we hit 1900 for the acceleration. Clean up, engine secured. We'll turn left radar vectors at 3000 feet for an ILS approach back to Lisbon, runway 20. Oh yeah, and the RTO case, so we have stop march. I would say we've stop march, still got enough room. Let's check. It doesn't say. Although the topple is 77.5, I would say we have at least, well, we've got more than 300 meters stop margin, so I don't see any issues with that. Takeoff runway 20. I'm just going to go ahead and dial in the values in FS2 crew. Flex tempo 60, and we've got VR speed 140.36. Threats, let's say terrain, pushback, radar. Okay. Any questions? No questions. No questions. Why is he talking in such a weird voice? Cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins and covers. Removed. Fuel quantity. 5,970 kilograms. Seat belts. On. 8 years.
Air Portugal Miner to right.
NAF. Barrow ref. QNH 1016 set. 1016 set. Cockpit preparation checklist completed. There we go.
Okay, runway 02 is now active, so exceed the
right. Coming from FS Lab, see that black box using. Okay. Yeah, there is a new update. FENIX apparently coming out today. A firm. Nice one. Nice one, Bruno. And Lisbon ground again, Bontard from Air Portugal 7 on, ready to copy clearance now, and we have information Zulu. No, Charlie.
Air Portugal 711, hello again, information Charlie's current connection 06, sorry to inform you, but runway use is now 02, clear to destination via the EatBit 5 November departure, squawk 7110.
Oh, you did that on purpose, I'm sure. Air Portugal 711, now cleared runway 02, EatBit 5 November, squawk 7110, QNH 1016.
Air Portugal 711, read back correct.
He did that on purpose.
Portugal 928, requesting push and start.
Air Portugal 928, push and start approved, facing south.
Push and start
Hey,
approved,
what
facing
I
south.
do.
Air Portugal 928.
Bruno, you've got to change your ATIS. On the ATIS it says runway 20. I feel memed right now. So let's see. We got the EBD 5 November departure. No, not EBD. So ITBIT departure 5 November to ITBIT, and then it's gonna be direct Uredi and so on. So the rest remains the same. Right, so there we go.
All stations, information Delta is now current, runway news 02.
Yeah. All right. So, 02 with the same values. Let's sync the live weather. So it says ATIS Delta. Hold on. Let me get that here. My flight. Let's get the direct ATIS. ATIS offline. Okay, so okay. 124150. So it doesn't have anything, any text ATIS at the moment. It's seen. Mine is broken. Yeah, mine as well. Gabriel, yeah, I know, right? But I always find it's a good meme. And there's nothing to hear on the ATIS either. All right, let's go back to view METAR. So we got 257, 1016, 26 degrees. That's all the same still. Alrighty. So let's keep that then. And we want to have intersection November 2? No. Yeah, let's do November 2. So we got flaps 1, 68 flex. 47, 47, 49. Right. The rest remains the same. Shift, however, shift is 100 meters. 100. And then I need to do the changes in here as well. Let me just see. No, that's a checklist. Where's my... Ah, there we go. So runway 02 now. We set 147. 147. 68 flex temp. There we go. Cool. Right, we are finished. Let's get everything set for the departure. Let's toggle jetway. There we go. All of those off and request the pushback truck. No, look at it's not. Is it out yet? That's the question. Is the FENIX update officially out? Yeah, that's what I thought, Kazipier. Yeah. Thank you. Air Portugal 711. Oh, hang on, that's the ATIS frequency. Nobody's going to hear me on that. Stand. Air Portugal 711, stand 126, Kinich 1016, requesting push and start.
Air Portugal 711, push and start approved, facing south.
Push start approved, face south, Air Portugal 711. Right, You know, the weird thing is, I always have a
Ground
feeling
Skull 928, requesting taxi.
he's trying to meme me now for the
Air
taxi as well.
28, taxi to holding point Mike 5, runway 02 via Mike.
Before start checklist.
Holding point
Parking
Mike
brake.
5, runway 02 via Mike, Air Skull 928.
Set. Takeoff speeds and thrust. V1 147, VR 147, V2 147, flex temperature 68 degrees. V1 147, VR 147, V2 147, flex temp 68 degrees. Windows. Oh yeah, you're right. Closed. Beacon. On. Before start checklist completed. So, tow bar connected, release parking brake, brakes released, ready push, facing south. Let's do it this way, because I don't have my iPad ready. I'm glad you appreciate it. It was a lot of work, actually. People wouldn't believe it, how much work it is. But it's nice of the developer to actually put in my name on that. That's much appreciated. Now I'm going to push back a little bit further so that I can taxi out this way. Isn't it weird to talk to yourself? Yeah. It is. It was not work but fun. No, it was a lot of work. And fun. Club class, yeah, so the reason really why he chose me again, or asked me to do that again, is because, yeah, I do have a good microphone, so... Starting engine 2. Starting engine 2. Okay. Okay. Alright, pushback complete, set parking brake. Parking brake set. I wish I would know, or I knew who was going to do the Italian set, because I know that the original starting engine 1. Okay. The original Italian speaker there, he's not available anymore, it seems, which is a shame. Yeah, you have to have a good soundproofing on the microphone, yeah.
Air Portugal 928, contact visual control 136.025, ciao.
136.
Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions, like the information signs and posted. Placards fasten your seatbelt by inserting the message.
Sorry about that, 136.025. Bye bye, Skull 928.
No problem.
Your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with a display slide. Locate the exit nearest you. The nearest exit may be behind you.
After start checklist. Anti-ice off.
The cabin is pressurized.
ECAM status
There is
checked.
a loss of cabin pressure.
Pitch
The cabin
trim.
will open and oxygen masks will appear. Remain seated with your
30% set. 30% set. Set and checked. Rudder trim neutral. After start checklist completed. Right, so let's see if the taxi clearance is going to be interesting now. Air Portugal 711 request taxi.
Air Portugal 711, taxi to holding point November 2, runway 02 via Golf Uniform Victor.
Via Golf Uniform Victor, holding point November 2, runway 02, Air Portugal 711.
Welcome
So
aboard the
Golf
Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber
Uniform
experience.
Victor,
Could
November
new
2. Alright.
subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin?
Hey Lee, nice to
where
see you.
complimentary
Thank you so much,
drinks,
Lee, for the
snacks, and
34
premium
months. I
flight
hope you're doing well.
entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. Clear left side. Clear right side. So the funny thing was that brake check, pressure 0. The funny thing is that he obviously wants to have someone with a German kind of accent for the German voice set, but I can't artificially do a German accent. That's just not my my way of speaking English.
Oop.
Bruno, you keep on texting me. Or is there someone else with Air Portugal? Whoops, my bad. Christopher, you've heard from the 737 NG driver, rear pilot, that you're not allowed to start engine inside the red box around Pakistan. Is that true? Yeah, normally it is. However, normally, Christopher, the ramp agent or the pushback driver or the guy doing the pushback, he will actually look out for that. So you would wait until the that person gives you the all clear signal to start the engines. Right, over there. Oh, we need a flight control check. Right, let's do a completely non-standard flight control check. Ready. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Rudder. Doesn't work, does it? Hang on. Rudder. Full left. Come on. Full right. Who switched on the wipers? For crying out. Leave that alone. Neutral. Set. No, the problem is you should do the flight control check, obviously, with the parking brake set. Why are you playing around with my flaps? This first officer, I'm already getting annoyed with him. Taxi checklist. Flight controls checked. Checked. Flap setting. Config 1+F. Config 1+F. Radar and predictive wind shear system. On auto. Set and checked. Engine mode selector. Normal. Ecam memo. Takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist completed. Right. Did I forget someone's resub? Hang on, let me just... I have a feeling I forgot one. Lee, wasn't it yours? Lee Mac Pandas.
Air Portugal 711, you mixed Victor, but no problem. Contact visual control 136.025. Bye bye.
136 025. Thank you so much for the service. Nice talking to you. See you next time.
Bye bye.
136025. Yeah, so it's really nice of him to actually come on now. He's actually still training. Oh, Lee, that wasn't you then. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I thought that was you that resubbed earlier on. 136025. Victor, who gives Victor as a taxi clearance, for crying out loud? I refuse to accept that. Nobody gives Victor. That's a troll clearance. Troll clearance. That is, look, that is pro clearance. That is troll clearance. I don't accept troll clearances. Right. Are we ready? November 2. That is Lisbon controller. Lisbon control, one target from Air Portugal 7-1, holding short runway 02 at November 2.
Portugal 7-1 Lisbon, hallo, guten Abend. Du hast recht, Victor ist blöd, man merkt, dass er noch am Lernen ist. Wind 3037 knots, runway 02, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 02, cleared for takeoff. Thank you very much from Air Portugal 711. Right, let's move on. Nothing to see. Lineup checklist. Takeoff runway. 02. Takeoff runway confirmed. Approach path clear of traffic. Confirmed. Runway 2 confirmed. Cabin crew be seated for takeoff. TCAS. TARA. Packs 1 and 2 on. Lineup checklist completed. Ready? Ready. Is that all working? Yeah, it is. Takeoff. Check. Manflex 60 SAS runway auto thrust blue. Thrust set 100 knots. Checked. B1 rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Gear up.
Portugal 711 identified, climb flight level 360, when ready proceed direct ready, no speed restriction.
Climb level 360 when ready to ready, no speed restriction. Obrigado. Air Portugal 711. Thrust climb out blue 36,000. Gear up. That's a bit late as a call out. Not sure what's happening. Flaps 0. Speed checked. Flaps 0. There we go. That's better. I don't speak much, unfortunately. I know Bruno's tried to teach me some Portuguese, but I'm somewhat wow. I don't know what's going on today with the aircraft. Direct ready. Oh, because of speed recognition on still. Right, so we got that ready. No speed restriction.
Standard cross-checked. Passing flight level 059.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber
Now, checked.
experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to
Obrigado.
the first
Yeah,
class
exactly.
cabin,
Tom Tom.
where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Tom Tom, thank you so much for your 21 months. That's a long time as well. Tom Tom, thank you so much. The 747 show, nice livery. Yes, it is. Right, one thing I noticed though is the scenery is actually really nice and crisp. So there's no blurries or anything like that. That's really nice to see. Don't know why I did not disarm the spoilers. Tis. He's lacking a little bit. Clear Ratnav.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way
Landing
to the
lights off.
first class cabin, where complimentary drinks,
Seatbelts
snacks
off.
and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
There we go. Lilienthal. Wow, that is a huge number here. 68 months. Lilienthal, thank you so much for your continued support. Our very first subscriber here on Twitch. Thank you so much, Lilienthal. I hope you're doing well. So, you mean there's two things. So we start this. I start this for the trip time. So when we get the takeoff clearance, I switch that on. And for the chrono, that is for the engine out case, Reynolds. Because if you have single engine and it's running on max power, you have a 10-minute time limit on that maximum thrust setting. That's why we actually start the timer. And I can tell you, we did a A321. So yesterday in the simulator we had an A321, and we did a max takeoff weight departure with an engine failure right at rotation, and we even set Torga power on the remaining engine, and it was climbing, everything perfectly trimmed, it was climbing at about 400 feet per minute. It was really struggling to get to gain altitude. So yeah, that was really fascinating to see. And so, you know, your acceleration altitude being normally 1500 feet height, it does take you a couple of minutes to get up to that height, to level off, start accelerating, get the flaps in, and then get to green dot speed to continue climb, and then you put the other engine into MCT, max continuous thrust. No, Brenold, because you are taking off, Brenold. So the moment that you set your power to takeoff power, that's when you start the chrono, because that's when the timer starts for the engine out case. Because if one engine fails, the other engine has already been running on max power or pretty close to max power right from the start of the takeoff roll. That's why. So it's not the time from when the engine failure happens, it's the time you set the engine to your takeoff power. Always, yeah, I'll have a serious word with him afterwards. I'm not happy with his performance, no. Brennan, not with you, with me, myself, with my virtual FO, that is. Right, load sheet.
Lisbon Control, muito boa tarde. Web Academy 41 Golf on apron Bravo at Cascais. Request starter to proceed according the flight plan.
Contact ground.
Web Academy 41 Golf, boa tarde. Peço desculpa, Sega.
Well Academy 41 Golf on apron Bravo at Cascais. Request startup to proceed
Oh, no,
according
that's
to
not in
flight
Portugal.
plan.
I thought he was at Portugal. Lisbon, I mean.
Up Academy 41 Golf, boa tarde, winds 260 degrees 6 knots, KNH 1016, runway 35, startup approved, report ready for clear.
Right, so clear to Uredi, that's pretty good.
QNH 1016 at Cascais, runway news 35.
Well, not very often.
Call you back for taxi. Well Academy
But I did have a word once with an FO. Oh, that's nice, lovely and crisp. So indeed, I did have to have a word with a first officer. Brightness contrast. I'm just mess about with these settings for a second here. Yeah, so I did have to have a serious word with him once. But that was already a couple of years back. So brightness, exposure, minus 18, minus 14, contrast, 15, highlights, shadows, highlights minus 18 round of a hair, shadows, that remains the same, no, shadows a little bit more. Gamma remains the same, so another filter would be the sharpen, oh actually color as well, so color, color, 20, 23, that's fine, and then sharpen, sharpen 35.
Well Academy 41 Golf, request taxi.
Web Academy 41 Golf, are you ready to copy clearance?
Right, there you go.
Ready to copy clearance, Well Academy
Should
41
be a
Golf.
little bit sharper now.
Web
Nice.
Academy 41 Golf, clear from Cascais to Cascais, we shall 1 Tango departure, squawk 0505.
Sorry, yeah, it's a bit loud outside, I apologise.
So from Cascais to Cascais.
No, I was just saying that I
I
only had a serious talk maybe twice or 3 times
Web Academy
in the last
41 Golf, feedback correct,
15
taxi,
years as a
hotel,
captain.
Foxtrot, holding point 135.
So, no, it doesn't happen often, no.
Taxi via hotel and Foxtrot to holding point of runway 35, Well Academy 41 Golf.
DK, yes, it's SU10, however, I have not messed about much with the settings yet, so I had no time. I literally just had the time to install everything and get it running.
Well, 928, leave my aspect, Unicom now 122 decimal 8, Charles.
Unicom 122 decimal 8, obrigado.
But what I can say is that with my normal settings, there is pretty much 0 improvement on FPS. So, yeah, well, but it's going to be interesting to see what other people report regarding performance. 11. So it's, again, no difference for me between 11 and 12. However, I'm not using DLSS. I'm still on TAA. I think. Did you guys see that that post yesterday from NVIDIA? Especially when it comes to Flight Sim or Microsoft Flight Sim, they did show a screenshot with an FPS improvement. It was about from 67 FPS to 100 and something, right? It was almost a double. A double of the frame rates. Hey, 777, good evening to you. And Ectoras, yesterday visited the cockpit of an A321 before the flight, and they took a picture of you in the captain's seat. Nice, cool, excellent. Exactly. So Gabriel, exactly. So that's with DLSS 3.0 with the 4000 series graphics cards, which will be coming out in October or November, depending on the card. Now, what I am, yeah, Depeche, exactly. So what I am then considering is actually upgrading the graphics card. And I know that the picture was taken, and it said that was taken with standard scenery, so it wasn't any detailed scenery or anything else, no add-on. So of course it's not really representative for us flight simmers, using the PMG or the FENIX. Hey Brain Compiler, thank you so much to you as well for 20 months. Brain Compiler, how are you doing? Yeah, Brendel, I think it's the first one, right? The 1490. That's the most expensive one, 1600. And then in November they'll have the 16 gigabyte version come out. And I think the 16 gigabyte should be the one to look out for, really, because I think 12 is at least the minimum amount you should have on VRAM, and the 16 gigabyte sounds best for me. No, Pilot Show. No, the update isn't out yet, and I'm not in the beta team anymore. Right, is this still so loud? Because right now I've dialed down the sim sounds a bit. Army is set in a few hours. There we go, Flying Paul. How are you doing? Yeah, so Gabriel, for me personally, there's two things with the 4000 series that made me kind of think I need to get it. One was obviously the fact, like you said, it frees up the CPU usage a bit. So DLSS 3.0 actually, so if you have a CPU limited thread all the time, then that should help you, right? And also, the second thing was, since I'm using only one PC now to run Microsoft Flight Sim or X-Plane 11 and OBS, they were saying that when you use OBS and you render it on the new GPU, you're gonna have a higher, well, somehow a higher bit rate, so the quality of the streams should improve with the same upload rate, that is. And that is obviously when you're dynamically, moving around a lot.
Web Academy 41 Golf, please.
Web Academy 41 Golf, go ahead.
Nada language, estou a ver pelos clocks F1700.
Still a bit
Tens tu
loud,
errado
okay.
ou tens uma emergência?
But that's the problem with the FENIX, isn't it? Outside, or is it general, all flight sims?
Obrigado, é 0505.
In the outside view, it's very loud.
0505, Web Academy 41 Golf.
Is it really? So DK, you say 12? Well, DK, I mean, literally, I've had my 2080 Ti for how many years now? 2 or 3? I think 3 years. So if I upgrade, I want to have, the option to have enough VRAM to cover the next 2 or 3 years. Brennald, that also has been really rarely the case. So I actually had to take over controls on the 737 twice, but I can't remember taking over in the A320.
I would like to continue on this SIV, and after Echo Sierra Papa, proceed to a low approach at Lisbon.
Roger.
But that's also the FENIX, Brennald, I think.
Lisbon Control, good day, runner 2672, descending level 2224200.
Liner 2672 Lisboa, boa tarde, information echo, squawk 3536.
Right, we're coming up. So vertical speed, man. Man, I'll tell you, I had a takeoff on Saturday, and right during rotation, I saw a big bird. It was we call it buzzard. So what's a buzzard in English? Is it buzzard? Hang on, no, buzzard. What's that in English? It's a huge, huge bird. And I saw it actually cross and just exactly engine height, and it went left of my window, and I thought that could be. Is it buzzard? Yeah, it's like almost like an eagle, not quite as big as an eagle, but a pretty big bird. And from my experience, I thought, right, that could hit the engine now. And I kind of, it's kind of a butt clench moment. And luckily, everything remained the same. I didn't feel, smell anything being burnt. Oh, lost connection, nice. But when we reached our destination airport and I called in maintenance for a possible bird strike check, it actually hit. Let me show you. It hit the flaps or the slats. It actually impacted right there and made a huge mess. It didn't break anything, but I mean, it missed the engine by, I would say, I don't know, half a meter. Yeah, it missed the engine by half. That was lucky. That was really Timo. Lord. Then there's a server issue right at the start of cruise. TCAS goes below. But yeah, that was definitely one of those moments where I thought that could go into the engine now. That was a close one. Yeah, I feel sorry for the bird as well. But strangely enough, at that airport, so I'm talking about Frankfurt Airport, runway 18, there is an area, a very kind of woodlands area, and I have a feeling that the birds, they cross from one part of that woodlands to the next one, and they kind of cross the runway, because I have so many, either bird strikes or close bird strikes, kind of, misses, but
711, leave my airspace, telecommand 123
122.8, vielen Dank, obrigado, have a great week, Air Portugal 711. Yeah, and there's been a study saying that because of COVID and because of the fact that there weren't many flights happening, the birds actually got used to not having to share their airspace near the ground with aircraft, so they kind of gotten used to being on their own. And then suddenly, as the traffic rate increased again, so has there was also an increase in those bird strikes again. Yeah, Brennel, that's also true. Yeah, they do like to go. And also, Brennel, we know that at an airport, there are a lot of rodents, like rabbits, mice, rats, whatever. So definitely good hunting ground for them. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So Craig, good evening. Yes, this is SU10. Right now, so I'm still running my old settings. So I'm using TAA, and I do notice it's a bit smoother for me. And it looks crisper on the ground. The ground textures from up here, they look much crisper. Yeah, looking at this now, definitely. There's absolutely no blurries. That looks nice. Performance-wise, from what little thing I could check there was for me no difference. So either using DX11, DX12. If you don't use that DLSS function where you set like HD and then upscale from there, I have not seen a really noticeable FPS improvement. And one thing I did notice though, if you set DLSS, these screens become a lot blurrier. So at the moment, I don't see, for me at least, a reason to use any of that. My big hope really to finally push, steady above 60 FPS, because I'm like here right now, I'm at about 50 FPS. So my big hope is once the 4000 series cards hits with DLSS 3.0 or DLSS 3, that then finally, I don't want 100 FPS. I'd love to have 100 FPS, but we know that's not going to happen. But at least, steady above 60. That would be really good. The Claimo, hey, and there's going to be an NVIDIA update coming with to fix the blurry screens. Okay, nice. Okay, so maybe then, people will finally be able to play around with those settings a bit. So I'm having a 4K monitor right now that I look at. I'm using 2K textures or 2K resolution. So what I could do then is go and set 2K and upscale that to 4K. But yeah, at the moment the drivers aren't ready yet, it seems. So yeah, Craig, so I'm still running 30 FPS locked to the VSync, so 30 Hertz monitor, and that is fine for me because I've talked about it many times. For me, my main motivation, or the main goal, is to have a smooth experience, so no lags, no stutters. And even though it doesn't translate 100% to the stream, on my monitor it's extremely smooth, and that's really what I like. So chain reactor. Well, then he should have his TCAS on, for crying out loud. In Madeira they have bird scaring machines, pretty much a cylinder with a profiled gas. And okay, so yeah, but Reynold, those machines or those cylinders that give out a loud bang, the birds will get used to it. Is the weather radar working now? Well, it does work in the sense that it should show up, I guess, when you have a lot of rain. It may pick up something. I have not seen anything yet, but people have been saying apparently it's a very crude simulation, but apparently it is starting to work. So any difference with the clouds? So unfortunately right now I don't have, although the clouds look nice, I have to admit. That looks actually very nice, even though it's just, scattered clouds at the moment. Hey, Carbon Bell, how you doing? Greetings, Halifax. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, doing very well. How are you doing? The second flight we'll do later. We're going to do a flight from Manila to Hong Kong Kai Tak, and there should be more weather, more clouds, typically on that flight. So we'll see then if the weather radar works or if the clouds work or look nicer. Yeah, so Craig, I've not noticed anything, so I can't really say anything about. But at the beginning of the stream, I think Nikotiv was writing something about the weather radar. All right, let's have a look. Remaining flight time is 19:04, about 40 minutes. What I'm seeing right now, guys, is I am using the game filter from NVIDIA. So it's pretty much like reshade, and man, on my monitor, this looks actually really nice. That is, I can actually see the little dots, so the textures of that panel, and very crisp displays here. That looks really nice. Voyager, what you mean? It's called NVIDIA game filter. It's a little add-on. And there's a video on YouTube how to set these. Well, there's no 747 here on, at least not a good one. Yeah, the IGS approach, yeah. Exactly. So what I'm planning to do on that flight is I'm going to plan to fail both MCDUs so that we have to do a completely raw data. OS, yeah, I know. It is a difference, isn't it? It really is a big difference regarding yeah, the looks of the sim and the scenery. Absolutely. Right. Let's have a look. There was a message somewhere. Hey, what card? Hold on. What? Oh, delay card. Okay. Let's have a look for the weather then. That's a beautiful sunset here. Hold on. Well, that is a bit weird, isn't it? Is that new, or is that because I'm using the game filter? Hang on. Yeah, I know, Brenold. Yeah. I think that has been addressed to Navigraph, and didn't Navigraph actually, at some point, say something about that? That there is a possibility they are going to make or publish the charts, or was that me dreaming or something? Oh yeah, Navigraph has got some new features coming up as well. Yeah. That would be nice. Yeah. So actually we've not been to Valencia here in Microsoft Flight Sim because I never had the scenery installed. So Valencia is a beautiful city on the east coast of Spain, and the airport also is very nice to fly in and out of. Hang on, I do have a video on that. I know I had a video somewhere, but I'm not sure if I got it here. But I've got a, I can install that. Hang on. Documents. Let's see. Maybe that was Alicante. Maybe I'm just mixing these two up. Yeah, I thought I had a recording of that. Yeah, maybe it was Alicante that I had a video of. Let me just have a look. Alicante. So, videos. Hold on. a nice video as well. I showed the video from Alicante while it prepares some stuff. Shall I?
1,500. 1000. 400. 100 above, 300. Minimum 200. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard, retard, retard.
Yeah. So someone asked, do you ever get uncomfortable or fatigued in a chair? No, to be honest, the A3, I did get fatigued in the 737 chair. I even got some backache from time to time. Here in the A320, I have to admit, it's extremely comfortable. So even like, you know, about a week ago, I did a flight from Amman back to Frankfurt, which was about 4 hours, 30-minute flight time. And no, I didn't get fatigued or, you know, I didn't get backache, anything like that. So it is actually quite comfortable, very nice. Do you ever get sweaty hands? No, not really. I know that maybe some people do, but I mean, and if you have issues with sweaty hands, you got a Gasper fan right there, so you can use that. I actually broke that EFB again. I hope they fix this, because I keep breaking the EFB for some reason right now. For preparations, I did my calculations. Runway 12, the weather is as follows. We got dry runway, 25 degrees, wind is 130 at 5. So headwind component 1015 on the QNH. Auto brake low, manual thrust, 62 tons of landing weight, and we get about 2,000 required, and the factor is 2,300, and that was is with auto brake low. So that's what we're going to go with. Currently, in the descent, initially level 100 because there is terrain at Abosi, where we're inbound right now, and then from Abosi transitioning to Calais, or Calais. It's 6,000 feet as a minimum altitude. Transition should be at 70 because transition altitude is 6,000. And then we're going to go onto the ILS, step down according to the arrival route to Opera at 5,000, then we step down to 3,700, and then at 12.2 from Valencia, or Victor Lima November, ILS DME will step down to 8, and then do the final descend at 7.7 from the ILS DME, 3-degree profile down, minimum 450, and the missed approach will take us straight ahead, runway heading 6 miles Valencia, and then turn right, intercept and follow the radio 143 outbound, and then follow a 15 DME arc back to Urias, climb 4,500, and await instructions from ATC. GSX, no, I have not had time yet to do anything with GSX. I think it's getting Ethernet at your airline now. And you mean better at? Yeah, they are getting a little bit better. Yeah, it's still extremely busy. So on my next rotation, I have a day with 11.5 hours duty time. I have 5 flights on that day, and the booking numbers are such that we are fully booked on 4 out of the 5 flights with an A321neo, and the last flight is also fully booked, but that's going to be an A319. So I have at the moment booking numbers of 930 passengers in one day in total, which is going to be a new record for me. I've been to Mallorca, Palma de Mallorca, and there as well we've had full flights. Yeah, full flight. It's just and when I walk through Frankfurt Airport, it is unbelievably busy there. It really is. Are you ready for the approach brief?
Go ahead.
So we are going to fly, first of all, arrival Abosi for Delta, transitioning via Charlie Lima Sierra. Then we're going to fly the ILS straight in 1 to Zulu. Minimum is 450 feet Barrow, and the missed approach already briefed up 4,500 feet. Taxi in, hotspots. Well, there is one at the end, but we plan to vacate at Hotel 3 to the apron. So no hotspots for us. Parking at the terminal. And then let's see. We'll use a flight direct approach. Although I tell you what, the weather is beautiful. Let's do a raw data approach. Raw data approach ILS. Config full because a little bit tailwind, and VLS should be around about 131 for landing. Auto brake low. We already mentioned that. Yeah, so that's all covered. Any questions?
No questions.
Right, what I love seeing here is the bleed through at the edges. That's really cool because that's happening in real life as well. It's a nice touch to have. Colimato, hey, good evening, Captain. Did they already push out the new update on FENIX? I have not heard anything about it. I've heard that it's supposed to be out at some point. Bruno, alright, I thought so. I thought so. Right, I'm just checking my Discord channel. Has anybody heard anything? No. There's no news, anything regarding the FENIX. It could be that they found some issues with the latest release. So, yeah. Thank you, Yoda. Yeah, so the bleed through that was talking about through here on the display. So the edges, it's a kind of white light bleed through, really nice. Good. So gonna wait for transition before we can read the approach checklist. Level 100 above at Boise, that's fine. Then we've got 6,000 above at Charlie Lima Sierra and 5,000 above at Opera. And we can see in the distance the lights coming up from Valencia. It is dark. Army says prime time, so can also be 2300. Okay, yeah. I tell you what, if it does hit before we finish this flight, then I'll update the FENIX before our next stream. If not, we're gonna have to do it on next stream next week, Tuesday. Oh, by the way, guys, I am planning for those that would love to join, and I would really recommend next Tuesday. We're gonna try and arrange full control into Napoli. Lima, India, Romeo, November. So if you want to join, I'm going to try to do a one-engine out group flight. Because I made a video on how to approach the airport correctly. It's a beautiful airport, really challenging. So why not do a group flight there with full control on VATSIM? So Matt Mackham, hey, have a great holiday, first of all. Yes, so this is the SU-10 update. I have not noticed any bigger increase in FPS, but I am still using TAA for anti-aliasing, and I've not messed about much with DLSS. So I guess for the lower end PCs or the somewhat weaker graphics cards, with the upscaling, maybe people will get a bit better performance. For me, unfortunately, I still hover about 50-ish FPS in the FENIX, which is good, but with VSync, it just gives those stutterers. So, yeah, I'm hoping for October, November, when we get the 4000 series graphics cards, and then with DLSS 3, they are saying that performance here in Microsoft Flight Sim should get a lot better, so there I am hoping to get, you know, steady above 60 FPS. Yeah. So right now I would say, one thing I did notice though, the clouds, from what I've seen, the clouds seem to be a bit nicer looking, and performance for me is smooth in the sense that I'm locking it to 30 FPS, 30 Hertz VSync. It seems really nice and smooth. That's definitely nice. Hey, Captain Beer Bear, nice to see you. How you doing? Good, see you all. Long time no see. I hope everything's doing well. SU-10 performance. I have noticed a huge performance boost around large US hubs. Okay, that's interesting. Well, that's an interesting feedback. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for people actually testing things out and giving some feedback on that. That's cool. Yeah, thanks for that. Right, we've got 10,000 feet. Let's go down to 5,000, but we'll do it managed. So managed to send out blue. 50 for now. And we're on path. Remaining distance to the field is 34 miles. So 250 and below, so that should be fine. Thrust idle 10,000 feet. Right, so landing lights on. Nice. Cool. There we go, landing lights on. Yeah, I know. So Fogbank Turtle, yeah. So I'm gonna have to try it with VR, I guess. Yeah. Now I can actually get rid of my EFB because it's not working anymore. Could use that one. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the 16 gigabyte then. Yeah, this, I don't know what it's called, but it's out in November, I think, for the 16 gigabyte or gigabit model. That's the one I currently aim for as an upgrade. Do we have any control? No. Valencia traffic, Air Portugal 711 is overhead Charlie Lima Sierra, straight in ILS, Zulu approach runway 12 in Valencia. Caramba. Okay, stepping down further 5,000. 70 was the, a bit lag there, 70 was the transition level. Yeah, TV Rebenjo, that's what I'm, you know, I was happy with the 2080 Ti for a long time. There's the runway. A bit sidestep to go. So yeah, definitely, I'm looking forward to an upgrade now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because yeah, the 3080 and 3090, there wasn't much difference in performance, was there? But price was a huge difference. Hey, Sim Caesar, how are you doing? Sim Caesar, I'm sure you probably tested Microsoft SU10, did you? What's your take on it? Big shout out to Sim Caesar, please. Lovely, lovely gentleman, streaming on Twitch. Make sure check out his channel. Hope you're doing well. We're currently inbound to Valencia. You can see the runway there. Set QNH.
1015 set, passing 6,000 100.
Okay.
Now.
Checked. What helped you as well was complete the installation, like with the NVIDIA. There was a app for that, isn't it, or a little program? Yeah. Okay. I don't know. So Christopher, what, the 16 gigabyte? Isn't that like 1,400 euros, not 2,900? Out star. Let's go down to. What's the altitude now? It's supposed to be 2,800. So we've got out blue descend 2,800.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box
ILS
Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Victor Lima November is identified.
Could new subscribers please make your way to
Going
the
to use a
first
little bit of
class
speed
cabin,
brakes because we do
where
have
complimentary
tailwind.
drinks, snacks, and
Oh,
premium
Sim
flight
Caesar.
entertainment will be
Thank you so much for gifting a sub again. This time to Adamico. Sim Caesar. Muchas gracias. Right, we're cleared for the approach. Let's arm that.
Flaps 1. Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Glass slope, star, lock star. Ooh, it's not slowing down. Come on, slow down, slow down. Alright, approach phase is active. Oh, look at the lights, beautiful. Would you recommend FS2 crew for the Phoenix? Tillman, it's a bit tedious with the setup, but once you've got the voice thing set up and you are happy using it, I think it does help. It does really help with the workload, etc., etc. Because you know, the app does do some stuff for you, some button switching, etc., etc. So flaps 2.
2,500.
Radar altimeter alive. Flaps 2. Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Gear down.
Gear down. Cabin crew, be seated for landing.
Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Flaps 4.
Speed checked. Flaps 4.
Approach checklist.
Barrow ref.
QNH 1015. Set.
1015. Set. Seatbelts
On.
minimum.
Barrow 450 feet set. Set and checked. Auto brake.
Welcome aboard the Captain
Low.
Blackbox Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers
low
please
armed.
make your way to the first
Engine
class
mode
cabin,
selector.
where
Normal.
complimentary drinks, snacks,
Approach
and
checklist
premium
completed.
flight
Landing
entertainment will be
checklist.
served.
Ecamp
Thank you.
memo.
Landing, no blue.
Landing checklist completed.
Nice.
Yes, traffic, Rhino Flight, Yankee, holding at Opera.
Thank you much. And Air Portugal 711 is on a 5-mile final, runner 12 in Valencia. Thank you so much, MCs, as well, for gifting us up to Rusty. Again, that's really kind of you.
1000.
1,000.
Checked. Ooh, that's a bit spicy here with the winds. What's happening now? 10 knots headwind, okay. Manual flight. Cat 1.
Checked.
Oh, he's so cool saying checked. Rusty, yeah, I know. Isn't it Switzerland? A Swiss name, like. Let's check that all the lights are on. Oh, yeah, he switched them all on. Nice. So he's awake now. He's struggling at the beginning. He was a bit, I don't know. He seemed a bit tired at the beginning, but now he's really excelled. High. Come on, let's correct that. 1,000 feet per minute. Oh, it's bumpy. I like it. Have they changed
400.
a little bit with the weather as well?
Checked.
300.
100 above.
Hundred above. 200.
Slightly high, correcting.
Minimum.
Minimums.
Continue.
Checked.
Flight slope.
Disregard.
Flight slope.
40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, yes, please. That was a greaser.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel.
Manual brakes. So my wife just brought my salads. I was a bit distracted. Where's my taxiway? Did I miss
70 knots.
Checked. Oh no, here it is. Oh, full brakes. There it is. I'm happy with that landing. Runway 12 is vacated
Welcome
in
aboard the
Valencia.
Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks,
Hey,
and
forward.
premium flight entertainment will be served.
Hey, good of you.
Thank you.
Wow, that's a lot of traffic here. And Demry, thank you much for 10 months. And Sim Caesar, my god, Sim Caesar, another gifted sub.
Welcome aboard
Actually,
the
it's not
Captain Black
Packy, let's
Box
talk
Twitch
somewhere
channel
else.
subscriber experience.
Sim Caesar gifting
Could
a
new
sub to
subscribers
Yorda.
please
Thank you
make
so
your
much.
way to
Father,
the
son.
first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium
you so
flight
much.
entertainment will be served. Thank
We
you.
are the people. So they want.
New wind simulation, nice. What's going on here? Who's spamming the intercom here? After landing checklist. Radar and predictive wind shear system off. After landing checklist completed. I didn't realize that they had already implemented my voice set here, because I thought they were waiting for my announcements. Although there are some announcements, aren't there? Hang on. So, just wait for him to.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please
There
make
we go,
your
now I
way
got
to
the-
the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Again, thank you so much, Denry and Simsees again gifting us up to Yorda, and then Rusty gifting a sub to Rabon, or Rayburn, or how do you pronounce that? Rayburn? Yeah, Rayburn, I think. Thank you so much, Rusty. That's really kind of you. Oh yeah, right, Sapphire Wave. They fixed the wand, the magic wand there. Excuse me. Hello. What happened now? Why is that going away? I just switched off the. There we go. Someone on final. Okay, roger that. Now I'm going to give you a daylight view so that you guys can see the beauty of this surrounding. Oh, Sunjammer, you're the Jet 2. Nice. Hang on, let me just go and just watch this landing, and then I'll come back, show the airport, and we'll see the aircraft again.
Welcome aboard the Captain
Oh, that's so
Black Box
guys, thank you
Twitch
so
channel
much.
subscriber experience. Could new
That's really
subscribers
kind.
please make your way to the
You guys are
first
killing
class
it. Thank you
cabin,
so much.
where
Big shout out to Sim
complimentary drinks,
Caesar.
snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
And Rayburn also gifting us up to Sunjammer. Thank you, Rayburn, as well for your gifted sub. That's really kind. Is it okay? Well, yeah, I think SU-10 is okay. It looks as
Welcome
if the
aboard the Captain
textures
Black
are a
Box
lot more,
Twitch channel
a lot
subscriber
crisper. The
experience.
cloud seems
Could
to
new
be
subscribers please make your way to the first
somewhat
class cabin,
nicer as
where
well.
complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will
From
be
the
served.
first impression,
Thank
I have a kind of an impression that the cloud art has gotten better, especially when it's like scattered clouds. So I do like these kind of puffy clouds there. That looks nice. And regarding DLSS, I've not messed about much with that, so I don't think for me at the moment there's a big improvement on that. or any big improvements.
Welcome aboard the Captain Blackbox
But
Twitch
I'm,
channel
you know, I'm going to be
subscriber
looking forward to hearing
experience.
people's
Could new subscribers
feedback
please
on
make
that.
your way to the first class cabin,
And Bravo
where
Whiskies, or Bravo
complimentary
77
drinks,
Whiskey, thank you so
snacks,
much
and
as
premium
well
flight
to you
entertainment will be
for
served.
13 months.
Thank you.
And again, thank you so much. Hey Bruno, thank you so much for the controlling. Yeah, next time I would hope for a VIP clearance, not a meme clearance via Victor. Tis. But thank you so much, Bruno, for controlling. Much appreciated. All the best for the rest of the training. I'm sure we're going to hear you again on the stream. Yeah, I already have. Yeah. We're not going to tell Bernardo, no. But typically, that's the kind of thing, right? So you know, always taxi just straight on uniform. I think it is. We never turn off to Victor. Oh my God, Sim Caesar. Sim Caesar, you're way too kind. Thank you so much again now for the 1,000 bits. Sim Caesar, have you tried, by any chance, have you tried the latest update of the shared flight? I am really looking forward to doing more shared cockpit flights. Yeah, Bruno, but yeah, I know. So Victor for me was like, nope, not accepting that. Right, there he is. Incoming. I don't know what it is. He didn't call in, I think. At least I didn't hear it. Ah, GG. Show off.
Line up back to Yankees long out.
GG. Right, there you go. So this is the airport of Valencia. Very nice. Parking checklist.
Parking brake or chocks.
Parking brake set. Set.
Engines
Off.
wing lights
Off.
fuel pumps
Off.
Parking checklist completed.
Thank you. Right. Nice. Yeah, Sim Caesar, there was an update, I think about 4 or 5 days ago. Yeah. Have a look there. Right, guys. So, big thank you. I'm just going to wait for the level 2 hype train or level 1 hype train message come up. And then, yeah, huge thank you for Sim Caesar for the amazing support. 1,000 bits. So many gifted subs. Again, thank you so much. Denry, thank you as well. Rusty, Rayburn as well for your gifted subs. There were so many. Hang on. Looking over. And a big thank you to everyone that has resubscribed today. That means a lot to me. I'm looking forward to an upgrade, not just software-wise with SU10, also with a hardware upgrade in, I would say, November, and then from, well, I would say the last third of November onwards until the end of the year, I've got a lot free time, and yeah, a lot more streams coming up then. Right now, I can only say that I am extremely busy. I'm flying record amount of hours right now. Although what makes me happy is to see all the passengers, especially, for example, went to some destinations. We had, I don't know, 25, 30 children on board. You know, so a lot of people going on vacation, you know, happy faces. So it's a good feeling to be able to, you know, help them get to their destinations, to the loved ones, to the holiday. But yeah, for us pilots at the moment, it is extremely busy time. So hopefully, yeah, mid-November when I start having my holidays, then I can breathe and relax a bit. Alrighty, so let's see. Here comes the level 1 hype train again. Thank you so much for the amazing support as always. And if you want to stick around and have a look at a freeware add-on airport, Hong Kong, Kai Tak. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm going to fly from Manila to Hong Kong. Flight time is about 1 hour 30. Alright guys, thank you so much once again, and I'll see you again in a few minutes if you like. If not, next Tuesday is the next scheduled stream. Thank you everyone. Mighty moderators, thanks for all the help as always.